it's Sarah with Obadiah's, and today I want to talk to you guys about the MBS product line. Here featured next to me is the Magnum model. You guys are familiar with this. It's been on our website and we've been selling it for quite a long time. Unfortunately, I have bumped into some severe problems with the product line. Partially this could be due to shortages in workers, excessive demand, and just honestly lack of quality control. These have been large enough concerns that I've actually had to take multiple returns on the stove, which has led me into conversation with the manufacturer over in Serbia. Now, unfortunately, this particular manufacturer has been one of the hardest to deal with as far as out of all of the product lines that I import. Firstly, they are not very responsive. Secondly, they don't seem to be concerned with the quality control issues in their stove. And thirdly, when I try to address them, they're basically just trying to push new orders on me to get me to pay for yet another container of goods. I've made it very clear that I can not continue to bring in a product if the quality standard is not there. Rather than addressing these concerns, they've just straight up decided to cancel my orders. So I want to basically have kind of an explanation for you guys as to why we will no longer be importing any of the products from the MBS product line unless they are able to resolve these issues. I'll take you guys up close and kind of show you some of these issues. They are not really small things that should just be looked aside. When we tore apart some of the stoves, we were seeing things like incomplete welds in the firebox. Screws on the back of the stove have been over tightened, causing them to actually pop out. If these screws pop out and the holes no longer align, that's actually where the firebox and the oven attach to the back panel, which can cause air gaps in those areas. Quality control things where like the porcelain painting is just not finished and it's chipped or scratched, and that's coming directly from the factory. Screws on various areas have come stripped out from the factory, which means we're unable to remove those screws and thus replace those parts. So we are always transparent with you guys on the products that we sell. There's a reason that we bring everything into our showroom and take these stoves apart. We don't want to represent a product that does not meet our quality standards. First of all, it's really important that these stoves get packaged with moisture absorbers. As you can see, the stove's actually already been cleaned up, but a lot of them have been showing up with rust, not just there, but sometimes on the cooktop as well. So that issue really needs to be addressed. We had one model where the screws on the top of the stove came stripped out, so we're unable to actually remove the screws. I don't have that stove in my possession right now to show you. We've had problems where you can see the bowing on this stove. If you can see this right here, this is bowed outwards, and this is from these screws being over tightened here. We had to go back through and retighten these screws. Here's an example of stripped out screws directly from the factory. These screws are fully stripped, as well as this one, which means we're unable to remove the screws. We had a stove that arrived, which I have yet to receive in my possession, where all of these screws here along the bottom came detached, and these are the screws that basically secure the firebox and the oven to the rear panel of the stove. If those are unscrewed, the stove is no longer airtight. A lot of problems with quality control coming out of the factory. You can see this. This is not actually freight damage, but just that the pieces haven't been fully finished. They're like chipped, and the factory's just sending them out anyways, which is a problem. It's just not the standard that we expect for the price point that this product is in. So I hope that you guys found this information helpful and educational. If you guys like my videos, don't forget, give me a quick thumbs up, click the subscribe button in the corner of the channel. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.